good night, and welcome to Let's Connect on 88.5 Soufriere FM. It is Tuesday, the 4th of February 2025. The wonderful year of 2025 is speedily advancing on us already. A whole month has already passed, but we are glad to be here, glad to be in the land of the living. So many of us have been departed in this world. And unfortunately, we do have a few deaf announcements tonight and also some birthday greetings to give. But first, we're going to shout out the wonderful communities in Soufriere. We want to give a shout out to all the communities who are always locked on to Let's Connect. We want to say thank you to them for keeping us their number one choice on a Tuesday night. So we want to say good night to all those of you in Bouton. Shout out to Bouton. We want to say good night to everybody in Diamond. Good night to you, Diamond. We want to say good night to everybody in Margaretou, those of you in Sulphur Springs. We want to say good night to everybody in Itangs, Belfort, Chateau Bel Air, Fort Jalib, Mon Lacroix. Good night to you guys. We want to say good night to everybody down in Fosse Jacques. Fosse Jacques, we had a wonderful weekend with you guys. So we want to say special good night to those of you in Mocha, those of you in Mini, Espérance. We want to shout out Saint Philip, Belvedere, all the communities of Fosse Jacques, Wavin, Claire. Good night to you guys in Toa. If you're in Zeno, good night to you. We want to say good night to New Development. Good night to Palmis. Good night to Fontbenier. Good night, good night, good night to those of you in the entire Soufriere town area. That's inclusive of Boulevard Street, High Street, Church Street. We want to shout out Lenny's Hill. We want to give a special shout out to Barron's Drive. Good night to everybody locked onto our Let's Connect platform. We wanted to remind you we are live on Facebook. If you're joining us on our Facebook Live, please comment. Let us know you are there, you are listening. If you're joining us on YouTube as well, let us know you're there with us. We want to shout out Fancy Bowens in St. Vincent. Good night to you, always locked on. So we want to say good night to all those of you who are joining us on Let's Connect tonight. We have with us tonight Mr. Cyril Saltibus, Major Cyril Saltibus, who will be joining us virtually from Vieux-Fort. And we want to welcome him to the program. But first, let us do a few of our shout outs. If you have any birthday shout outs or recently deceased persons you'd like us to sympathize with the families, please send it in our chat. We shall read it out. But we want to announce the passing of Mr. Desmond Joseph of New Development. He was the husband of deceased Catherine Joseph. So we want to say good night to their family and send out condolence greetings to them. We want to shout out the family of Cyril Edward, better known as Figme, who was buried yesterday. We want to shout out the family, the Moses family of Fosse Jacques, who has unfortunately lost their patriarch, Mr. Jean-Baptiste Moses, also known as Toto. We want to shout out the family of Gabriel Jervis, who unfortunately has passed. He's better known as King Errol. We want to send out our condolences and sympathies to their family as well. We want to extend sympathy and condolence greetings to all family members of persons grieving, persons who have recently passed us, persons who have recently been buried as well. So we want to extend those condolence greetings from us here at 88.5 Soufriere FM at the Let's Connect family and from the Soufriere constituency in its entirety. We want to send out those sympathy greetings to all those grieving right now and ask persons to offer up a prayer for them to help console them in this time of grief. We would like to give some special birthday greetings. We want to shout out those celebrating in February, starting off with Miss Michelle Francis from Fosse Jacques, celebrated on the 4th along with me. And we definitely had a turn-up time in Fosse Jacques, I'm sure, over the weekend. So happy birthday, Michelle. We want to say happy birthday today to two Agaphas, Agatha Nicholas and Agatha Hippolyte, celebrating their birthdays today. Raisa Joseph and Cornelia Jacob celebrated their birthdays yesterday, as well as Miss Allison I'm not sure if it's Skit or Skerrit. Miss Allison celebrated as well. And later on this week, Mrs. Joan Hippolyte will be celebrating her birthday as well. So shout out to all those celebrating their birthdays in February, celebrating their birthdays this week. We hope that you enjoyed your birthday and that you had a wonderful, wonderful time. Like as I said earlier on, we have with us, joining us, Mr. Major Cyril Saltibus. I always love having Mr. Saltibus on here with me. You see that smile he's giving me? That smile gives me life. Good night to you. Good night to you, Mr. Saltibus. How are you doing?
I'm great. I hope that you're hearing me though. It's my are you hearing me clearly?
I'm hearing you now, yes.
Good stuff. Can I ask you do more vehicle? Most of your audio, I'm just
Oh,
last.
you Soufriere. Oh, I thought you were at home. I'm sorry. I thought you were. I know you'll have battle relay and you'll have expo and you'll have independence. So I say you abandoned Soufriere today.
No. C'est vrai, ça au long de la Soufriere, I'm gonna faire, pas vieux for. Ouais.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
great.
man. It's nice to be here again. Always a pleasure to be on your show. And I think you run one of the most exciting little local shows we have. So pleasure
Thank
to be here.
Much appreciated. I try my very best. I want our Soufriere people to feel as vibrant as I feel just being here in Soufriere. So I like to translate that as much as possible on air. So we
Yes,
want
yes.
Soufriere people to feel the vibrance. Okay, so
I,
we're gonna
I
be
do hope our parliamentary rep is listening. I know she's not on Ireland, so I hope she's tuned in. I hope she's not in a time frame where she's in bed or something like that.
well.
And if
Where
she
she
is
is,
listening, let me say hello to her.
about 6 hours ahead of us right now, so she might be asleep. But knowing her, she's probably awake. So
And
we can say good
not
night.
not the lady I know, she's listening.
Yes, honestly, she's probably so. Good night, Honorable Emily Police, wherever you are in the part of the world. She shall be returning to Saint Lucia this week, so we shall be graced with her presence very very soon. Wishing her travel mercies and all the best in her part of the woods, and as I said, she'll be with us soon. Because we have the battle relay coming up, so we have exciting things happening, and I know she doesn't want to miss it. So she'll be here.
Indeed.
She'll be here.
Indeed.
Awesome.
I'm hoping that people that super people come out. I do not know if we've made any official announcement of when the baton relay will be in Soufriere, but let me just do that tonight. It will be on the 13th of February, the day before Valentine's Day. So it's a good thing to it's a good thing to boost your energy up for Valentine's Day. So the baton will be handed over from Sozel to Soufriere, and then going through Soufriere on the 13th, and then we hand over to our next community. So, what do you know? What do you want to know about it?
All right. Now I know last year we got the battle at Reunion Choiseul. So is that still the meter point?
No, I hope I'm getting the name right because we've not actually done finalized everything yet. But this entrance to the Piton management area near where Ben Saltibus lives, that corner there.
Yes, but in the gap by Itang side.
Right. That is where we're going to start off with the school children, in a nice, atmosphere of independence and Thanksgiving and exchange of gifts and everything. We're going to start off there with our district rep collecting the baton from the Honorable Bradley Felix. And then we're going to go into this. For the last few years, we've gone down via the Piton management area, but this time we're going through Font Saint-Jacques. We need to give we need to give the Fonsac people the experience of seeing that baton and reveling in it and running with it. So we're going through Fonsac this time.
Okay. Now I heard that the time frame this time around is shorter. So we're not going to have as many athletes like we had or battle carriers as we had before.
It's gonna be shorter, but mainly because it's a heavy strain. I mean, I've done this thing for what, 2.5 years, there about 3 years with the ministry, and it's a strain on the staff of the ministry to get up at 6 or 5 in the morning and be there all day, all night, and then you have a few hours to shower, rest, and get up again. We have the camera crew who have a lot of work to do. So what I mean in the wisdom of PS that she did is to start a little later, give people a little fresh time to freshen up, including the communities themselves. So
Right.
it's not a matter of rushing anything or limited numbers. Is that you have a shorter span to do your little baton relay, and you want to tighten up a little bit. In the past, you had a lot of people walking, so we want people to actually run, or it might be motorized in some cases, because we really want the entire country to celebrate. And we're talking about Soufriere. So we want everybody in Soufriere who have not done it before this time around to have a feel of this baton, this feel of independence, togetherness, and unity in this country. So it'll be going through Foster Jacques. I don't think the numbers are going to be reduced that drastically. We want to touch every school in the community to make sure students take part and revel and dance and sing. We're involving the cultural groups to make sure we show the rich culture of Soufriere and Soufrierians. We then gonna, when we finish Fonsejac going down to Soufriere, we have something unique where we go into the, not into, but near the church area. We're going to be ringing the bell there in memory of all our lost souls in Soufriere for the year. And we're going to remember them. I mean, there are a lot of names. I don't want to bias anything and mention any one name, but there's a lot of us who have perished and want to remember them. Then on the square, we're going to assemble all our medal holders in Soufriere. All our medalists, people with the British medals, with the St. Lucia national medals, and they're going to walk through the square and walk down into the jetty area where they're going to be handing that baton to our district rep. And our district rep is going to go into Barnes Drive and hand it over, well, to be along, to mingle with all the business people that have business in that area. Then they're going to hand it over to a boat. Right there, the different fishermen, and the fishermen are going to actually display this baton in Soufriere Harbor, from one to another until they pass it on to the Soufriere Marine Management, who's going to do a little display, and then they're going to hand it over to our SRDF security staff. Our port actually is going to be handed over, and I want to boast about this one. We have a wonderful dock master, who's doing a beautiful job. The baton is going to be handed over to her and passed on to another SRDF staff, Mrs. Glendale Charles, and then that baton is going to rest on the waterfront for a while, where Soufriere is going to come alive with music. All our great calypsonians, our musicians are going to be on the waterfront, just celebrating in revelry, and then it's going to be handed to the police. The police is going to hand it over to the PMA people, PMA then to the hospital. The hospital have promised us that they're going to do a wonderful dance, outside the hospital. Then we move it into the market area to expose everybody and the rest of the world to Soufriere rich agricultural products and how all the vendors can come alive and dance and a little taboo and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Then we move from the Soufriere market, Old Trafford, the area there, and we hand it over to the fire service. And the fire service is going to go up that road there to up Palamis Road with the truck and the fire chief and all his firemen. And we're going to go into the stadium area. And the school, I think, is having sports on that day. So I can't give out all the surprises, but the school is going to have a nice display. We're going to go around the track. We're going to hand it over to other prominent people in Soufriere. And then it's going to go up the road into Castries, where we hand over to our next community. So it's going to be, there's a lot more happening, but I can't give everything out because we want it to be a surprise. It's going to be a beautiful independence baton experience for everybody in Soufriere. We want to touch every life. We want to talk about all the experiences. We want to sell Soufriere to the rest of the world as the tourism mecca that it is.
Awesome. I really love the way that everybody has been incorporated. The fishermen, the farmers, the vendors, the police, firemen, the nurses and doctors, the school children. Everybody has some role to play on the day. The district rep as well, the community members themselves. Fonsejac is involved. All the schools been involved. I love that, and I think that definitely we should be able to fit it into the time frame and get it to Canries, or get it to Butol Gap, I should say, in time for the handover to Canries. So I definitely like the new format for this year. I think that's a really great format. I'm looking forward to it. I noticed in the other communities everybody seems to be uniform. I'm not sure, is there a specific uniform for the day, or are we supposed to just wear our national colors? Or is there a specific uniform that we need to look into for that day?
All right. We're going to be in the same uniform. We have one grand national uniform for the entire relay participants and the organizers. But we encourage everybody to Soufriere to wear your national colors. Wear your blue, your white, your black, and your gold uniform. But most importantly, I want to use this platform to send a very strong independence message to all our business people and our homes in Soufriere. Purchase a flag. decorate your offices, put your buntings out of your restaurants, the banks,
Right,
all the
sure.
hardware stores. You have to, don't forget, independence is about you being independent. So we need to show this national pride and show the entire country and the rest of the world that we are celebrating. And when I say we collectively, we, all of us are putting out our national colors. So I want to encourage the banks, the businesses, the restaurants, purchase a flag. Don't expect government to give you a flag. You're independent, man. Let's
Always
buy a
what
flag.
you giving them
You
a
know,
flag today.
if
Every
we
year we
have
give
it,
you a flag.
but be this
Invest
sense of national pride. Get your flag,
in
decorate your businesses. I mean, who knows? I don't know if it's too late for us to have a most beautiful decorated store in Soufriere,
never
for
we still
independent.
have a good bit of days before the 13th.
Yeah,
We can
man.
get into it. We can get into it. We can have a competition. The most beautiful storefront, most patriotic looking doorway.
Yep.
Something we can definitely get into that. There's enough time. That's why
Yep. Yep.
I'm all for that idea. Should we make
Yeah,
it
so it's gonna be a
a
nice it's gonna be a nice celebration. That's all
yeah?
I can say.
I'm definitely looking forward to that. I think that even when we had Julian Alfred, the way people came out, I want to see that again. I want to see that type of excitement again. And we definitely know that the international community is supportive of our battery load. They tune in every single
Yeah.
day. The numbers on the lives are always high. So we want to encourage persons to participate in the battle relay on the 14th. We are in Soufriere on the 14th. Make sure you're at the waterfront. Make sure you're following the rep. Make sure you're coming down Barons Drive. Make sure you're heading to the field. Make sure you're participating in the Soufriere leg of the Independence Battle Relay. We want to shout out good night to you, Miss Cheryl William. Thank you for joining us. Good night, Mr. Gaffer. And I hope you had a wonderful birthday, Mr. Gaffer Nicholas. I hope that you celebrated well today. We want to encourage persons who are on the live, share the link, let persons know that we're here with Major Cyril Saltibus. We're talking all things independent, all things 2025, all excitement, all the things we're looking forward to this month. So we want to encourage everybody to join us. Share the live, let persons know, tune in. You don't want to miss all this information we have for you tonight because you don't know when you're going to get this information again. We might forget to tell you next week because other things are happening. So get the information tonight. Good night to
Yeah.
you, Dwayne McKenzie. Thank you very much for joining us on our Let's Connect platform. We're here for those of you just joining us. We're here with Major Cyril Saltibus discussing our wonderful events coming up in February. We have been talking about the battle relay. Let us know in our chat if you're looking forward to the battle relay, if you already have your shirt, if you have your flag, if you want to participate in the most patriotic doorway prize that we're trying to figure out right now. So let us know what you think about the Independence Battle Relay and what you're looking forward to for February and all the independence activities coming up. So battle relay is on the 13th. Like we said, it's the day before the day before Valentine's Day, sorry. So Valentine's Day on the 14th. That day there is a business expo taking place in Viewfort. It is an Independence Business Expo, which is being hosted by Export St. Lucia. Now, I've been circulating the information, I've been circulating the registration link, but I want persons to know more about that. I want them to get involved because we want our Soufriere businesses. We're very much big into our Soufriere businesses getting involved in all the wonderful opportunities for the businesses. So we're thrilled to announce that St. Lucia is once again hosting its illustrious St. Lucia Business Expo as part of its 46th Independence celebrations on February 14th and 15th, 2025. As a valued member of the business community, we invite you to be a part of this groundbreaking event. It will be held at the Viewfort Square, and this year's expo is more than just a business gathering. It is a celebration of our nation's entrepreneurial zeal and rich cultural heritage. Experience a dynamic array of businesses and live artistic performances. Why you should register? You get an opportunity to network with industry leaders. You connect with business minds from diverse sectors. You get to showcase your products or your services. And in that way, you gain unparalleled exposure, experience cultural richness, enjoy live performances that capture our nation's spirit, and discover new opportunities for collaboration, innovation, and growth. Secure your participation with the registration fee of 100 EC dollars, and this gives you access to the exclusive event. So don't miss your chance to be part of St. Lucia's premier business and cultural showcase. So there's a registration link that can be found online. You can check out Export St. Lucia's Facebook page or the Soufriere Constituency Group Facebook page. Or if you would like, I can also WhatsApp you the link through our number 731-3234 if you would like me to WhatsApp that link to you. If you have any interest, but there is something preventing you from being able to participate, please let us know so maybe we can pass on the information to Export St. Lucia. Is the registration fee too high for you? Is the date maybe you cannot do both days? Let us know. We can negotiate with Export St. Lucia on your behalf. If you need to, or if you can only do the 15th and not the 14th, or if you can only participate half a day each day, let us know. We can try and figure it out on your behalf. We are encouraging our Soufriere business persons to participate in this business expo. I know that there might be maybe some concerns about security, but I heard today on the news just a while ago before we started Let's Connect, they're making all the wonderful security precautions are being taken so that this event will be safe. So we don't want you to worry about it's being held in the South. That's not. Vieux-Fort is a wonderfully lovely town. We go there to shop every day, so for people. So don't play like you don't know you're going to Vieux-Fort anyways. So don't play that you're not going and say that it's because it's not safe. There's going to be all the security precautions taken. They announced it tonight on the news. So there's nothing to worry about with going to the expo on the 14th. And it's the day of love. You have nothing to worry about on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, everybody's full of love. Nobody is worried about anything else on that day. You're smiling, Mr. Saltibus. I hope you have my Valentine's gift ready for me. Eh? That's all.
It's not that, I want to big up, there's a quote by the Honorable Emily Pollitt as it pertains to the expo. And she said that this shift to Vieux-Fort is a deliberate move to celebrate the resilience and creativity of businesses across the island. It is a testament to our commitment to fostering unity and ensuring equal opportunities for all regions to participate in this national festivities. So she invited the entire public, everybody down to Vieux-Fort. And today, somebody from Soufriere called SRDF and says, hey, how are you going to assist? Because we're looking for space in this expo. And when I called Mayor of Vieux-Fort, Mr. Cumberbatch, just to find out what's going on, he told me, look, it's tight. All right. Wow. And it's in the plan for the square, and it's a little, people adjust. It is already. So if you have time, try and call the Ministry of Commerce, book a booth, because it's going to be a beautiful expo in Vieux-Fort. And it's a time of sharing, your type of business to the rest of the world. There's a lot of small businesses in St. Lucia. The new initiative by the St. Lucian government to promote the youth employment and stuff like that, the youth economy, have given birth to a lot of small businesses, and if you go to those expos, you will be surprised. I can remember the time when his ambassador, the one that just departed us, he mentioned how creative all those young people are in bringing about new businesses. So if you're in Vieux-Fort, as you said on that day, it's just going to be an experience, and you can get to shop like you in some kind of mall in the States or something else. So it's going to be a great experience.
Yes, I heard that there's at least 100 businesses already registered. So yeah. I can only imagine. I want to shout out Clayte, who is a candle business with wonderful, naturally made, locally made scented candles in all sorts of wonderful designs. Shout out to Clayte out of Choiseul, and shout out to Crafty Cats out of Castries, who is also going to be showcased at the Business Expo. And any Soufriere businesses, if you're a Soufriere business that is already registered, let us know so we can give you a shout out as well right here in our Facebook live chat. But shout out to any businesses from Soufriere and throughout St. Lucia who are already registered for the Business Expo on February 14th and February 15th in Vieux-Fort at the Vieux-Fort Square.
If I can just throw a little plug there for the SRDF. We've been marketing and entertaining tourists in across the world into Soufriere, and we're doing a great job. But do we market to our St. Lucians? Really, we've not gone out big on that. And who knows? It's going to be nice if we have a booth there selling our different services to our St. Lucians and tell them, there's a lot of people that just do not know how wonderful a mud bath is, and the experience to climb the pitons and our beach park and those kind of things. So who knows? Something going to happen. I'll find out if we have a spot. I know lovely Saint-Aimé would be we feel great going to the port and
Prior to
sell all
your
of us.
brochures and let people know that how much it costs to climb the Piton, how much it costs to take a mud bath, how much is it to visit the different areas in Soufriere, all the wonderful benefits of the mud baths, everything that's associated with the attractions right here in Soufriere. That would be a wonderful display for true. So we definitely should take that opportunity if we can get a squeeze, like you said, because it's tight. It's tight. 100
Yes.
in the square is already a lot. So I can imagine, but I want our Soufriere people to try and get themselves in there. We need the exposure. We need people to know what we have to offer in Soufriere. Soufriere has so many wonderful little businesses. So we want persons to know what is going on. So good night to you guys. Good night to Melanie Hippolyte. Good night, Sabina Alexander. And good night to Pontian Simon. Thank you for joining us on our Let's Connect program. Once again, share the live. Tell a friend to tell a friend that we're here with Major Cyril Saltibus discussing all things independence. But before we move on with the independence talk, I want to highlight another activity happening for independence. But last year we had an historic number of arrivals in St. Lucia. It's been talked about constantly in the media that St. Lucia had historic numbers in the year 2024 as it pertains to tourism, visitor arrivals, cruise ship arrivals. But we had something historical beyond all historicalness in Soufriere, but we only had time photograph only part of it. So there were four cruise ships in the port of Soufriere last year, December 2024, but only three were photographed. But we know that there were four ships in the harbor, and this has never happened before in the history of tourism in St. Lucia. How does this make you feel as a St. Lucian? Just as a St. Lucian, not even as a Soufriere person, because as a Soufriere person, I am beaming with joy that we have such recognition from international companies, international businesses. But just to know that at any given time, four cruise ships with thousands of visitors from all over the world will dock right here on our west coast in St. Lucia. How does that make you feel as a St. Lucian? How patriotic do you feel when you hear that sort of, that sort of excitement that we had that happened 2024 record breaking? How does that make you feel?
All right, that makes me feel like you just been born into something nice. Let me start by just thanking, and we cannot not thank the Ministry of Tourism for again negotiating for all those wonderful opportunities that Soufriere enjoys. And also, I suppose with the Global Port Holdings on board right now, who's opened up a new set of avenue for us to have more cruise ships in St. Lucia. We had to big them up. And we also have to be very supportive of our board of directors at the Soufriere Regional Development Foundation and our staff for getting the ports ready for those grand occasions. I mean, when I joined in October, I mean, Mr. Oje was at it every day, and I must big him up, a lot. Mr. Ernest Oje is a remarkable executive chairman. He's on the ball, doing it himself, monitoring it himself, and making sure that the work is done. Along with our district rep, who's always on it. But last time, I mean, the media house called me and they said, "How, Mr. Saltibus, what do you have to say about the cruise liners just in port?" What I have to tell people is to come down to Soufriere on Friday the 7th. Just come to the waterfront and you will see you'll experience it for yourself. It's a remarkable feeling to just see those four ports in harbor and tourists coming into our jetties, getting onto the taxis and into our different remarkable sites in Soufriere, from our mud baths to the gardens, to the pitons, to the beach park. And soon to come will be things like the walk-in and ride-in tour of Soufriere. We want to see Soufriere's rich history. There's a lot of things happening in Soufriere that the SRDF is doing, coming soon, that is going to actually enhance the tourism package a little more. And our remarkable staff. We must just big them up for the job that they do. And you mentioned the name a while ago, Mr. Pontian, I think. I mean, this man is just a remarkable tour supervisor, and people speak about him worldwide when they meet him. And on Friday, the 7th of February, we're going to have, and let me just read that a little bit because I don't want to get it wrong. We have the Royal Clipper coming in. We have the um, Emerald Sakara. We have the Sea Cloud coming in, and we have another vessel called the Evrima. How do you pronounce that again?
Every
EV Evrima, something like that. Yes.
month.
Yes. And it's a beautiful boat. So we have those four vessels coming in. And we just have to thank all our stakeholders, all our business partners, the Ministry of Education, the minister himself, Dr. Hiller, and his staff, the Tourism Authority, everybody who makes it happen in Soufriere. Soufriere is the gold mine of tourism. And I want to use this opportunity to urge our young people in Soufriere. We hear a lot of talk about sometimes tourist harassment and stuff like that. You don't do anything good for Soufriere if you take part in that. So you have to stay away from it. If you are a young person and you're listening to me right now, you walk into the SRDF office. We do have the Hope program where we will actually mold you, train you, give you what the little starter, get a job in the tourism industry, which will get you off the streets. So I want to really use this medium to speak to the young people in Soufriere. Crime is not the answer. Being out of school is not the answer. Now you can get educated by just a touch of a knob on a computer or on your so you use it to your benefit. And Soufriere for benefit.
Yes.
So I mean, the SRDF is even thinking about making sure that the education department gets tourism as part of the curricula, not just in Soufriere, but in entire St. Lucia, because we depend on tourism. And in Soufriere, I want to start that off. There's so much happening for young people that they're just not taking advantage of it. There's a lot of programs happening in Soufriere, and I want everybody to be there. But the surprise is on Friday. We're going to have some live entertainment on the waterfront. So I want everybody to come and enjoy the steel pan music and stuff like that.
I'll be at work. I'll be at work. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna miss it, but oh gosh, I'll envy
You can walk into the waterfront. You will enjoy steel pan music and the guests coming in while our tourism ambassadors welcome them to our shores and just have a great fun. We're having a nice meeting, event management meeting tomorrow, just with all our stakeholders to get ready for such a nice event and more to come. So it's going to be great. So we're asking everybody to come to the waterfront, be part of it. The vendors, clean up your place, make it smell nice while you offer the products. I'm asking the vendors to be creative and go to the people doing carvings and stuff like that and sell more locally produced things, which is going to keep the money right here in St. Lucia. So it's a lot of opportunities for us in Soufriere.
Wonderful, wonderful. I love that idea, especially the live music while the visitors are coming in. And we have it. That's the second historical moment of another 4 ships in the port on Friday. So don't miss it. If you're listening to this, tell somebody, tell them that come to Soufriere Friday. You need to be at the waterfront on Friday to witness it. Bring your cameras, like Melanie Hippolyte is saying, we need some paparazzi out on the ground on Friday so that you can take advantage of everything that's happening. Yesterday I had the opportunity to drive through Diamond, and I was able to witness all the traffic at the Diamond Falls, and I was like, oh, look at that. And then today, while I just happened to pass by, I saw the sunset was looking so wonderful. I just passed by the waterfront, and there's so many yachts in the bay. And one person remarked that this reminds them of back in the day when you would see a line of boats all the way down to Hummingbird, and it was such a sight to see. So it makes you feel so hopeful of what is happening in Soufriere. Is that my friend? Is
Let
she
me
in the
interrupt you.
background?
Do you want to say hello? Let me interrupt you. Say hello.
Hi. Hello, my darling. How are you?
I'm good.
Sorry again for stealing daddy tonight, but it's just for a short time.
We actually took part in the school's music competition today in Castries. They placed third. That's the
Wonderful.
sorry, not Sozel, the OJ combined school. They placed third, which was great. I mean, third place is good.
Yes.
And she continued to be a star student and making us proud every day. So it's nice. She always want to be watching you when you're on. So that is nice.
I love that. Thank you. Appreciate that. And looking forward to her winning many, many, many more competitions. I hope she keeps up with the singing, because I don't know if you watched the Grammys. Did you watch
Yep.
the Grammys? You saw
I
all the
was a proud St. Lucian again. I was a proud St. Lucian.
oh my goodness, we need some more Grammys in St. Lucia. So yes, yes.
Yes.
So tell her, keep it up, keep
Well,
it up.
Grammys, I'm hoping also it's something that's not, let's say, on our calendar to speak of tonight, but I'm hoping that our SRDF can bring home some more Jimmys this year.
Jimmy,
The
yes,
Jimmys
yes.
back in circulation. So I'm hoping that we really truly represent and bring home some Jimmys. It's always good to know that we're shining out there.
I won. Yes, last year I had the privilege of being in the audience when we won so many. I think I was out of my seat every single time they called Soufriere Foundation. So we hoping that this year we pick up as many Jimmys as well.
Yeah.
For persons who don't know, the Jimmys are the tourism awards in Saint Lucia. So Soufriere Regional Development Foundation has had the privilege of winning the Jimmys, winning many Jimmys for best historical. Is it historical adventure park? I'm not sure of the exact title. Historical park or adventure park or
We've won many of them.
yeah, but
Not
we win the awards. We always dominate at the GBs. So I have no worries. We're gonna dominate. That's fine. So for Foundation is gonna pick up all the GBs we're gonna be recommended. We're gonna be nominated for. So that's awesome. I think we did win best tour guide at last year as well. So we have been picking up the Jimmys and we're looking forward to more wins for 2025. Julian Alfred has already set the tone for 2025 as she did for 2024. We're already winning and setting the standard. St. Lucia flag raising everywhere. Everybody's excited to represent St. Lucia. And we continue to do that as we focus on independence in this month for February. Now, we wanted to talk a little bit again. We want to segue a little bit as we spoke a little earlier about the youth and hoping that they can turn away from crime, hoping that they can take advantage of all the opportunities. The Ministry of Youth and Sports is hosting the Wheels Up, Guns Down event. It's a showcase of motorcycle displays and tricks, which will be taking place on the 9th. That's this coming Sunday. So we want to encourage persons to head on down to the market
Buster.
area, bus terminal area on Sunday at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. We should be starting at 10 a.m. to witness and bring, the kids love the bikes. It's before independence, so you get to experience bikes twice for the month. So come out on the 9th to support. Come out on the 22nd as well, but on the 9th we want to showcase that there's other things to do besides picking up a gun. There's other things besides crime. There's other things besides violence. You can have talent in other areas and showcase and excel in those areas as well. You don't have to be the typical person. There's other things. You can be unique. So we want to encourage persons to come out, support. Mr. Saltibus, have you ever ridden a motorcycle? I'm not sure if that's your thing.
I used to ride a 250 Yamaha.
Ooh, okay.
Country tall ones. Until one day I was driving up because we used to live up Mulashik when my dad worked with Lucilec, and I took this bike by passing the managers of Heineken Homes, and I went straight into the bush, and that was it. I put on the bike then
Oh
because
my
my dad always warned us, those things can kill. So I stopped riding bikes from there. I mean, I would still love a nice, Holly Davidson to go to Soufriere back and forth and go to Castries. But it's a dangerous thing at the rate our young people are driving fast and without helmets. So again, let's use this medium to say, hey, you're riding your bicycle, your motorcycle, wear a helmet and do this popping wheelie everywhere you go. This is not within the scope of professional drive riding at all. So just want to alert them. But a while ago,
roads are not conducive to that. Our roads are not for that. That's not what our roads are for.
it
You
is
need to
not
have like structure for that sort of thing. But yeah,
right
and I
because
like to see people in their jackets. Be safety first. You don't want to scrape on the ground. Wear your jackets, your riding pants, your helmet,
right.
and be safe. I don't know why we're so afraid to be safe. It's cool to be safe. I don't know why we act like it's not, but it is. When you know you're doing something and you're safe, you're gonna live there alive and go back to your home. So
Yeah.
bike life, but can be safe bike life too.
Yeah, let me just put a plug in there for the young people again because I don't want to lose this thought on that is if you are just disturbed, you don't know what to do, you do not have a job, you have difficulty writing a resume. The office opposite the gas station in Soufriere is the SRDF office. If you just knock on that door or press the buzzer and you ask for Bernadette, she is the coordinator doing with the Hope program. She's going to help you fill a form. We're going to find you a job. We're going to find you, training. We're going to give you a scope of things that you need to do to correct yourself and put yourself on. So I don't want us to miss that opportunity at all. It is all free. And it's all geared at putting you on the right track, giving you a job. The Honorable Emma Hippolyte would like to see every young boy and girl in St. Lucia that feel that they're displaced or disenfranchised or don't have an opportunity. The opportunity is there for you. And it doesn't matter what color, what creed, what religion, our doors are open. And right now, honestly, every morning I walk and I say to Bernadette, hey, what are the numbers like? She tell me, Mrs. Saltibus, they keep crawling in. And then, so I want people to take advantage of this. Take advantage of walking into our office. Bernadette is a welcoming face. You give her the information. She's going to help you out. We're going to call the business places, find you a job. And most importantly is the businesses in Soufriere are willing to employ our young people. They are willing. We are the ones coming forward. All we have to do is say yes, and the businesses are going to help you.
That's right.
So let's get back on.
If you need a job, but if you're interested in starting up your own business, we can help you get access to applying for the Youth Economy Grant, or we soon have the MSME loan grant facility will be reopening soon in this year for the last time, for the third and final time. So we need persons to get ready for that. So you need to have your business registered. We're going to direct you how to get your business registered. You help you to write a business plan, help you to put together your financial projections, all the information that you will need to be able to apply for the MSME loan grant facility, as well as Youth Economy Grant, so that you can, so long as you're eligible, so that you can try and get your business off the ground. There's also the ability through the Hope Project to get you mentorship. So somebody who's already in a similar business or of a adjacent business that can assist you in getting the right mindset, getting the right connections, the right place your foot in the door, so that you can start up your own business, get sorted in the right way. So we're trying to put together these opportunities so that everybody can get something to do productively in the society. That's the aim, that's the goal.
Bon, avant de les finir les nous là, là nous shy different by
Go ahead.
by independent. There's a lot more things happening for independence, and if you allow me to share some with you, and you can highlight some of them. On the 27th of February, we're gonna have a health fair in Soufriere, and that's in the bus terminal. So we're asking all the men, especially the men. The men need to come and check their vitals. Come and do the prostate check. Come and do your diabetes check. Come down, men and young boys. Toutes ces femmes-là qui viennent avec ces noms-là pas venir. So nous avons toutes ces noms-là venir. Toutes ces pêcheurs, tout le monde, ce qui fait agricole, n'importe quoi sport, venir. OK? Docteur qui wow, il qui do ça qui vaut. Or il qui do ou pas rien, mais venir, pas paix. Okay, we're going to have our Independence Church service on February 22nd, but this time we're going to have this church service at the Soufriere SDA Church from 10 a.m. to 12. We invite all denominations to just gather in on the 22nd and have a nice church service. We also, well, you spoke about the Guns Down, Wheels Up. We're going to have the Independence Games and Fun in Soufriere Town. That's 1 p.m. I said Soufriere Town because it's going to be happening in different parts. Waterfront is going to have some. Maybe the playing field, we might have some. We might have a race around this square. So it's going to be all in the town. We're going to spread it around a little bit. Something to look forward to.
The Guns Down, Wheels Up?
No, the Guns Down, Wheels Up is going to be on the bus terminal, I know for a fact.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
I'm asking, is the Independence Games on the same day as what date for the Independence Games? I didn't.
It's expected Independence Day, itself. We have a whole 12 hours, so we have a lot of things happening. And if I don't give a date, we will put out a firm calendar of events with proper times and dates. I scribbled a little bit from some of the meetings I attended, so we can get familiar with some of the activities. We're also going to have a big Soufriere Independence celebration on the waterfront, and that's from 8 p.m. Okay, just to celebrate independence, and that is on the 22nd again. Okay, so we have a family fun activity. Nothing is confirmed yet. For that, we're gonna have a family day where we invite people to mingle and eat and listen to music and entertain. But we've not confirmed everything around it yet, so that is to be announced. And then we have the Independence church service. Well, no, I mentioned that one already, but there's a lot more activities. Our district rep is coming pretty soon, and we want to run a lot more things. By we want to have things like a pre-bell wob, competition. We're going to have a few essay writing competitions for the students. There's a lot happening in Soufriere, but we have not really tied it down. That's because the group of us who are planning everything were involved in getting the baton really organized. So come by your next show or in the middle of the week through this radio station, through the SRDF Facebook page and all pages in Soufriere. We're going to do a nice little relaunch of all our confirmed events. Our district rep already, she attends everything national, right? So we have to sometimes skirt and manicure everything to fit her agenda to make sure she's there, because she do not want to miss any one of our events in Soufriere, and we don't want her to miss it neither. So we're gonna come back to everybody again and tell them a little bit more about Independence. But there's one thing I want to leave you with about Independence. It is going to be great in Soufriere.
I can see that just from what you've mentioned in terms of the battle relay and the events, because I did not even realize we had a church service in Soufriere, or that we were going to have a celebration on Independence Day and Independence Games. That's things I'm just learning about today. So Soufriere is definitely more lit than I expected it to be for Independence Day. So
Well, there's a bigger event,
around independence in general.
There's a bigger event I didn't mention. To me, the biggest event for Independence period in Soufriere is on the night of the 21st. We're going to have the official flag raising with fireworks in Soufriere again. Nice, clean,
Yes.
safe fireworks in Soufriere. Okay. Really, really nice. So I want to invite you on the waterfront for a spectacular event.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, Mr. Saltibus, you've given us a lot to digest. I love all of it. I hope that all the persons who were listening were able to take note of the dates. So, take note of February 9th, February 13th for the battle relay, February 14th and 15th for the expo in Vieux-Fort, February 22nd, well, the night of the 21st and the 22nd for events of independence in Soufriere, February 27th as well, and lots more happening. I know independence activities are dated all the way into March, I think March 8th. From the last that I looked at. So Independence 2025 is definitely going to be one of the biggest. We're celebrating 46 years anniversary of our independence. So we want to once again encourage all our solutions. Come out in your blue and yellow, black and gold. We want you to get all your gear ready for the day of the battle relay. Decorate your business storefronts, get your flags, get your bunting. We want you to be prepared to be out in Soufriere. Even this week Friday, come out in Soufriere so that you can witness the 4 ships in the port, witness the live music at the port while our visitors are coming in. Welcome them as well. We're trying to encourage our livelihood here in St. Lucia. Tourism is a big part of our livelihood. We want to encourage more growth in that sector so everybody can be a part of that just by being welcoming. Say good night, good afternoon, good morning when you meet up with the tourists on the road. Greet them, ask them if they need assistance, whatever it is you can do, but just be jovial about it, be kind. Treat people how you would like yourself to be treated if you were in a foreign country. Think of it that way so that you always put your best foot forward. But we want to once again encourage you all to just participate, show your patriotism, show how much you love St. Lucia, how much you love being a St. Lucian. Get your blue and yellow, black and white. I do believe that Ted Sandiford has his shirts out already. You can order yours from Uprising Bar in Soufriere, so you can get your shirts for independence. We also have the store next to the square selling shirts as well. Check out all the stores in Soufriere. I'm sure almost everybody has their national wear on sale right now, so you can make sure you have something if you don't already have something, and get your flags. Make sure you invest in a flag. Investing in a St. Lucian flag is a wonderful thing, especially if you plan to travel with your flag so people know where you're from. So take advantage of the many ways it is to show your support. Support the Jimmys as well. We want to shout out Mr. Pontian Simon again, who is the Sites and Adventure Employee of the Year 2023 and 2024. So congratulations, Mr. Pontian. Hopefully you will win again this year for 2025. We're putting that in the universe. All right. We want to shout out the SRDF for the Jimmys. We're hoping that we're going to collect all the awards, do a sweep out again like we did last year. Have everybody know Soufriere is in the house. And we want to thank Mr. Saltibus for joining us on Let's Connect, one of our most favorite
Hey,
guests.
before you leave, no. Before you leave, let me just put a plug because I wear many hats. We have football in the stadium on Tuesdays, like tonight. Our last match just started 50
Tournament?
minutes ago. Well, yeah, we have the league is having a tournament going on right now. So every Thursday, if you feel you want to relax, you go to the Soufriere Stadium, you pay a little $5, and you enjoy football in Soufriere. Okay, because we have to support the sports also in Soufriere, and so I just want to take this plug and invite everybody from Soufriere every Thursday in the stadium for football.
What time does that start? 7?
We have two matches on Thursdays, every one at 6 and one at 8.
Okay, great. All right,
Yes.
so you heard it here from Major Cyril Saltibus, letting us know that Soufriere is the place to be each and every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and every other day of the week. So keep it locked to SRDF 88.5 Soufriere FM for more information about all the upcoming activities. Also, we want to big up SRDF's Valentine promotion. I'm definitely going to enter to win a romantic dinner for two. The draw will be taking place on February 12th. I'm definitely going to take part in that raffle. And we also have I saw a Valentine's Day promo where you get the opportunity. First prize is a 2-night stay at Bay Gardens Hotel with breakfast. Second place is a 2-night escape at Samfi Gardens. I'm definitely going to be taking part in everything because I need some vacation. So I'm going
I
to be
have 2 tickets. Very good.
all right, Mr. Saltibus, can you we're giving you last chance to shout out, give any shout outs, anything you want to remind our listeners to look out for?
I want to shout out, sometimes we miss the opportunity to say hello to the Honorable Prime Minister for the resilience and for putting our country back on track, and for our wonderful district rep. We sometimes have them talking about things they do, but not telling them, hey, relax a little bit, have fun, because you're a hard worker and we appreciate, we love you. And we're going to do everything to keep the momentum of what you do for St. Lucia every day. Those people, we tend to criticize them a lot without giving them thanks for the hard work they do. So I just want to use this medium to do that. Also, to say hats off to the wonderful staff of the Soufriere Regional Development Foundation, each and every one of you. Every one of you. I want to thank them for welcoming me 4 months ago. I want to thank them for opening their arms and working with the system, and also having an open mind and wanting to change and wanting to improve. Okay, and Soufriere is a wonderful place. Let's keep it clean, let's keep it beautiful, let's welcome the guests, and let's do everything to make it better. To the young people, have a wonderful time. And next time, if you can open up the lines, because I love to interact with people, I love to answer their questions, I love to hear their criticisms, because that's important. So next week, if I'm here, let's do. Well, next week, if I'm here, I want to be in studio. I always promise I want to be in studio. Just make sure you have coffee there with milk in it. Okay?
I'll make sure I bring it specifically for you.
Yeah. But thanks again for having me. Wonderful. And let me just thank Mr. Oje. Mr. Ernest Oje is a wonderful executive director. He means well for the entire Soufriere area. He takes care of each and every one of us. He has a listening ear, and hats off to him and all our staff.
Once again, big up to all SRDF staff and also to our Honorable Emma Hippolyte, District Rep for Soufriere, who has been doing a wonderful job for the past 3 years. So we want to shout out her on her trip. She's currently attending an AI AI insecurity workshop with Honorable Jeremiah Norbert. So we want to shout them out, make sure that they feel the love from Soufriere all the way where they are. And we want to say good night to all our listeners, those of you who were commenting on our live. We appreciate you so very much. We want to shout out those of you joining us on YouTube and those of you listening on 88.5 Soufriere FM. Always keeping it locked to the best station here in Soufriere. And next time, please try and call the lines. I think I will have to bring back my $50 prize for persons who calling in, so that we want people to call. We want y'all to take part in our show more vibrantly and be part of our Let's Connect family. So until next week Tuesday, I do believe we will be having a representative from the Soufriere sporting facilities management team, who promised to come back after our last show. We didn't have enough time to talk about everything we needed to talk about. So they're going to be coming with us next week, Tuesday, God willing. Until then, we wish you a wonderful evening. Those of you at the football, those of you enjoying the football. I know Miss Calixta said she's currently watching another meeting, so she'll come back and watch us. So those of you doing that, we wish you a wonderful night. Until next Tuesday, keep it locked to 88.5 Soufriere FM. This has been Let's Connect.
Love you all. Bye bye.
Love y'all.